Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
Happy hour. And boy, is that much needed.
You know, that Dr. Pepper and that Withers rum taste pretty good together.
Yeah, that was Shila's idea.
Yes, pretty good.
So, we were in the city yesterday, so we apologize. We weren't able to return calls and emails and all of that. But the good news is I got A-OK from the doctor and radiologist.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, mammograms, never any fun. But got a clean bill of health.
Okay. You're supposed to ask, what's with the flowered shirt?
What's with the flowered shirt?
It's springtime.
Okay.
Well, at least next week it'll be springtime.
Yeah, Friday's the official first
Yeah,
day of
that's right.
spring.
But you know what else spring means?
Girl Scout cookies?
Well, that and something else.
Oh.
Ah, turkey season just around the corner. Do you know what's funny about this? I made this turkey call for myself back in 2005, and I've never taken it turkey hunting.
Wow.
It just shows you how little time I have to go turkey hunting.
Now, speaking of Girl Scout cookies, I was bad this week. Guess what I bought? Yeah, Girl Scout cookies.
Those demonized Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. Now, for those of you who do not know, it's not in black and white in writing, but as witnesses, we are not allowed to join the Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, and not to even buy their cookies. Because, well, I remember one elder even saying on the platform that Boy and Girl Scouts and Brownies and all those others, groups for the youth are paramilitary groups. Training young ones to join the military.
A lot of them do join the military, but I don't think it's personally a direct result of the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. I think it's just a matter of being a little smart up here.
Yeah. But yeah, the joke is that those are demonized cookies because that's what my parents taught me. And it's like, oh, can we get some cookies? No. Buy you some regular cookies in the store, but can't have Girl Scout cookies because they're demonized. So I got me some demon cookies. Something else bad I did this week. Guess what I did?
I know what you did.
Yep.
Bought an apostate magazine.
Huh, Mike?
That's right,
Yeah.
Mike Cottingham.
Elder
Anything
Mike.
that doesn't come from Watchtower is all apostate literature, including Archaeology Magazine and the website, the British Museum.
Yeah, and for those of you who have not heard us mention this in the past, when we were first waking up, Elder Mike told me that the Archaeology Magazine, because they had an article in there that 587 was when Nebuchadnezzar destroyed Jerusalem, that it was apostate literature, and I was reading apostate literature. So guess what? I went and bought apostate literature.
Which actually started our journey down the apostate path.
The dark side. And also, I want to thank David for sending me one of the collectible Awake magazines.
Yeah.
Thank you, David, so much. I appreciate it. I was going to get you out a thank you card, and I forgot to get a thank you card. I even looked at him yesterday, and he came and was distracting me, so it's like, oh, you're looking at cards?
What I can do, distract everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. From what I understand, when we did our last video, which video was it? Oh, the one with the movie, Jehovah's Witnesses, the movie. I guess I distracted a lot of people when I bent down and started praying to the beast.
His emotional breakdown.
My emotional breakdown to the beast.
Glad you guys could get a good laugh about that. It's like, wow, where does he come up with this stuff?
I was being serious.
That was being serious? I don't think so. Oh, so, okay, now, all right, we thanked David, and also, I just wanted to give a shout out to a few people. Eric of JW Struggle, sorry for the loss of your friend.
Yeah, we watched that video this morning. And
just breaks my heart that Watchtower got another victim. And, this suicide problem is just, it's horrible. This shouldn't be going on. But, they just do so much damage. And Matt so sorry, for the loss of your mom. What a way to find out. They can't even call you and let you know that your
months
mom.
after the fact.
Oh, that is
Horrible.
just horrible.
Just absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
And and it really goes to show that Jehovah's Witnesses, there really is no fellow feeling among them people. Unless you're in the cult, they don't give a crap who you are.
Yeah.
Whether you're a blood relative or you've been a friend for 20 years, you always find out the worst months after the event, because it just goes right back to that watchtower. If you have a disfellowship member, you must view them as if Jehovah has already executed them.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
That kind of stuff it just has no place in the human society.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I know when my mom passes away, that my siblings or any relatives aren't going to call and let me know.
No, I don't. I'm almost willing to take bets on that.
Oh, yeah.
I really am.
Yeah, exactly. Something else we wanted to mention is when we were doing our Nightline child abuse video yesterday morning, we were running out of time and we had to hurry and leave because it's almost an hour and a half trip to the city, and my appointment was at noon or 1, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And so we ran out of time, but we wanted to add to it a couple of stories, personal experiences about that.
I remember when the original, was it
Dateline in 2002 with Barbara Anderson.
We was at a district convention when the announcement was made, do not watch Dateline tonight because it was put on by apostates and all this type of stuff. And, you all hear the rhetoric from Watchtower when they make these announcements, but it just so happened to be that we was at a district convention when this announcement was made. So like good little JWs, we didn't watch it. But I do remember sometime after that, we was in a congregation in O'Connell Falls, Wisconsin, and I was out in service with Brother Mark Safian. And we was in the vehicle alone, and one thing led to another, and somehow, some way, the subject of child abuse among Jehovah's Witnesses came up, and this ex-elder admitted to me that it was a real problem in the organization, and that a lot of the elders were part of the problem. Of course, he didn't name names, but, at the time that he mentioned this to me, he had already been, deleted as an elder for one reason or another. And I think I kind of know why, because of the kids later being disfellowshipped, his children.
Wild child.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's another story in itself. Trust me. It's not good.
This is family hour.
Really
I don't think we
not
can
good.
talk about that.
But anyhow, it just shows that even from Brother Safian's perspective, him serving as an elder, he probably had first-hand knowledge of abusers in the O'Connell Falls, Wisconsin congregation. Of course, he didn't name names, but I just, because I do know that that's the only congregation he was ever associated with, because like New Hampshire, basically, you're born in New Hampshire, you die in New Hampshire. And that's the way a lot of Wisconsin is. You're born in Wisconsin, you die in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's why.
And I'm not stereotyping. I'm just making a general.
Well, that's why we always said the body of elders in that congregation was like the boys' club, because they had all grown up together. They all knew their dirty little secrets. So they're all elders together.
Yeah.
And that's why you couldn't get anything accomplished, because they all stuck together, and it was all like a secret society or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Something else too, from personal experience, we know in our old congregation in Arizona that there was a brother that was arrested for attempted rape and attack and battery of all that of his stepdaughter, and he was arrested. And we know of Elder Frank, who went down to the jail and gave a character witness to get him bailed out, or to get him dismissed, or whatever you want to call it. And 6 months later, he's arrested again for the same thing.
Same thing.
Now, I don't know about him trying to bail him out that time, but the thing is the victim ended up having to leave the area, and the same thing with her sister, because they were threatened. Yeah. And one of them, she's just totally out.
That's firsthand knowledge, because we've been in contact with the victim, because she actually found us on Facebook through YouTube.
Well, Shyla grew up with both those girls, and so this is firsthand knowledge.
And just because stuff like this doesn't make ABC News or NBC News or CBS News, it's just personal knowledge of the facts that this is a tremendous problem within Watchtower.
Yeah, and I have seen a few comments. I don't remember if they were on Facebook or one of the forums or what, but it appears that some very irate witnesses are making comments under the ABC News,
cool,
Nightline report.
They can't handle the truth.
Probably about like Yosemite Sam jumping up, screaming and hollering.
Yeah.
Also, I want to thank Lori Watts for sending me this. This was interesting because we were just talking about, Watchtower and their movie studio. And this article is on Patch.com. New York Southeast Watchtower Battle Tract Society buys property on Ebo Road South. Now, Watson Pharmaceuticals has been renting the big warehouse and office space. But get this, Jehovah's Witnesses. They bought this 93,000 square foot industrial property in Southeast. Bought the property for $6.1 million. The buyer plans to use the property for its own uses, including media production.
Yeah, look at that. There it is.
And I sent this to Deep Throat, and he had a very good comment back. He's like, okay, they're spending millions of dollars for their media production, while they're hollering and crying for more money because they can't afford to build kingdom halls in third world countries.
Or buy cars for circuit overseers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course not.
Yeah.
If you took that $6.1 million, do you know how many cars and kingdom halls you could buy with that?
Well, yeah, because you've got nothing but free labor with Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And Jerry Jones loved your video. He had done a video about, Watchtower and their production, and he has a audio of a circuit overseer, if I remember right, saying how fake, like movie sets and stuff, and all while he's doing this, check it out, he's showing clips or pictures from Watchtower's video that we had.
Jehovah's Witnesses, the movie on the prodigal son, it's all fake!
Yeah.
It's all fake, trust me.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Now, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your word. Or name. It's either Gillian or Jillian?
I would pronounce it Gillian.
Gillian? Gillian sent me this link to the largest sale in 2013 of a church in Florida.
Oh, let me guess. This has to something to do with Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh,
it just
good.
has to have something to do.
Well, of course. I'm not going to report on, the Catholic Church or something like that. Of course it's going to be on Witnesses. Okay, so this is on churchpropertiesblogspot.com. And I'll put the links to all of these down below in the description. By far, the largest church sale in 2013 was a 72,751 square foot building at 20,850 Griffin Road in Southwest Ranches that was sold by the Jehovah's Witnesses to Iglesia Cristiana for $12 million. So why don't you take that $12 million and buy your circuit overseer cars and build the kingdom halls instead of begging for more money from the rank and file?
But you have to keep in mind, half of that money went away right away when they bought the $6 million studio.
Yeah.
So, half of that money was gone, like, right now. Yeah. But you still got $6 million left over from that sale.
Oh, I'm sure that's gone.
With $6 million?
Retire?
Feed a lot of hungry people.
Retire?
My goodness. Well, yeah, I can retire, too.
Yeah.
That way I can make these Hawaiian shirts look even better.
Yeah, do you know how many of the XJW world we could help
Oh, absolutely.
with $6 million? Good grief.
But Kim and I need your help right now.
Yeah.
We don't know what the heck's going on, but
We
my
haven't had
goodness,
one in a while.
no one's given us any names to put in the coffin lid. Do you think maybe Watchtower's wising up and they've stopped disfellowshipping people because this is just an utter embarrassment to them? I don't know.
Well, Eric might possibly have another
Yeah,
one here,
that's
a name
right.
for us.
That's
Because from what I've heard, a rumor, their JC meeting was either last night or tonight. So we might have one
We
here
might
pretty
have one
soon.
pretty quick, yeah.
Yeah.
So Eric, keep us informed, please.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. So, did we have any other news? Wasn't there something else you wanted to talk about?
Well, I don't know about talk about, but I just wanted to bring this up. Those that we uploaded it today. Today is what, March 14th. We uploaded it today. It's the video that I did, the appeal to my mother, and I've got a copy of it packaged up, all ready to go. But I just wanted to read the letter that I'm going to send with it. And I just said, Mom, you may want to watch this video prepared just for you. This video is also uploaded on YouTube for the entire world to view. The truth will stand scrutiny. The lie will crumble. You must know what I do out of love, not just for you, but also for those who cannot find a sense of peace as a Jehovah's Witness. Then I say, if you cannot view this disc, you can find it on YouTube, channel name Mike Kimmy, entitled My Appeal to My JW Mother. Now, the thing about this is that she's not going to be able to shred it up with a pair of scissors if she doesn't like it like she did that letter. That's all I can say.
Yeah, but discs they can be put on the edge of something and stepped on, so...
Well, we'll see what happens, because it's going in the envelope right now, and it's going to be in Monday's mail. And then, speaking of my mother,
Must we?
JW Epistate sent
Oh,
us
thank you.
a picture of the card that he mailed to my mother just this very week. And what does that say, dear?
He says, how do you like your 700 club? Oh,
Obviously
JW
referring-
Epistate, thank you so
I
much.
love you, brother.
Yes. And for those of you, I actually had to order more
Yeah, we did.
cards.
Yeah.
Because we've had a lot of pedophiles.
Yeah, so we
I
don't
shouldn't
want to
laugh.
forget. We
I
don't
shouldn't
want to
laugh.
forget
But,
the yellow
yeah,
cards.
not in my town. .ws.
Yes.
And you can get a whole pack for only $10, and you don't even have to pay shipping. And he'll ship them to you in a brown paper wrapper. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is Watchtower is just being attacked on all fronts. Kim and I are working on a project. We're not going to let it out right yet. But we are, about 90% done with it, do you think?
Yes, we are just waiting on the letter, and I finally got the letter done, and
we actually hope this is going to be big. We actually hope it'll be effective, and it's something that everybody will be able to participate in.
yeah.
But like I said, we're not going to let the cat out of the bag yet, just so we don't give Watchtower heads up until this is actually going.
Yeah, but all we can say is it involves a letter, and we've burned a DVD to go with the letter with things that we want certain individuals or professionals to view, and we think that this might be a way. All I can say is, man, Watchtower is getting their asses kicked. I mean, from everybody. You know, everybody has just really been... I mean, Watchtower must feel like a piñata. I mean, they really must.
It must.
You know, if I was them, I would be. You know, and these elders and stuff. And witnesses is like, don't even bother trying to defend them, you know, under the ABC. Do you really think you can defend them against the Nightline report? You can't. They've got film right from the, you know, Conde case in California.
Well, I haven't seen any of those comments yet, so I really don't know what you're saying.
Well, you were out in your shed,
I
but
know.
somebody said that there's some Jehovah's Witnesses making some very ugly, hateful comments under the ABC News Nightline special.
Well, there again, truth hurts, and they just can't handle it. So,
Yeah.
their spiritual paradise is crumbling around them. Oh yeah.
Well, look what their spiritual paradise is built on.
Oh, I know. So, anywho,
I think we're done.
thanks for watching. We're gonna enjoy the rest of this happy hour in private. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't
Did
want them to
everybody
see how
agree?
much you drink.
oh hell no! Wouldn't want to give anybody any wrong impressions. I mean, I made a fool of myself bending down and having a breakdown in front of the beast. You can imagine what I'd be like all liquored up.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
No one's ever seen that because it's never happened.
Might be an
Well,
interesting
maybe-
experiment.
Maybe one time around a campfire it happened.
I was going to say,
Other
maybe a
than
buck
that-
skinner or two.
yeah. Well, let's just put it this way. That involved a little bit of whiskey and nothing to eat all day long, so it wasn't pretty that night.
Yeah, so maybe our friends Bob and Karma can fill in the blanks on that one.
Yeah. Wait a minute. No, Bob and Karma wasn't there. No. Bob and Karma know nothing about this one. I swear to God, they know nothing. Right, Bob? You know nothing about that.
But thank you so much for everything, and we love you all, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the Funny Farm.